I'm Yodika de Koker. I'm the CEO of Ubufu Africa. So basically, we're in anything mining related, whether that is, your PPE for mining specifically, minerals, precious metals, as well as petroleum. We're a wholesaler for petroleum. In minerals, we produce our own chrome. We're producers. We don't just sell it. So we basically purchase the feedstock. We then wash the feedstock and then we resell it to whoever exports it to China, India, and all of those countries. So that's basically what Ubufu does in a nutshell. Well, I wouldn't really say that I chose mining. I think mining chose me. And the reason for that is I am actually a qualified HR. So it's not an industry that I actually, started off in. I was more involved in corporate companies and all of that, and obviously running human capital departments and yes, then out of nowhere, I just got this opportunity, and I decided, you know what, let's see, let's take this completely, different, industry and see what it holds. And it completely, took me with both hands. And I just, I fell in love with the industry. It's just, it's a beautiful industry. And I really think that, as women, we feel that the industry is not very welcoming and all of that. But I do disagree with that. I think there's a lot of space for women, especially, in the mineral side and precious metal side. And that's something that Ubufu Africa specializes in. Yes, and that's basically why I say that the industry chose me. And yeah, I didn't really choose the industry. So basically, my father-in-law is very, very, involved in the industry. So I've seen him obviously, do wonders, in the industry and all of that. And I always had a little bit of an interest, when it comes to that. I mean, even my grandfather, all of them has been in the mining industry. That's how they basically made meet, meet ends at the end of the day. So for me to end up in it, with a leading company in minerals and precious metals, and being a CEO, of such a company it's an extraordinary honor, but it's also very, exhilarating at the same time. We want to make sure that integrity is at the middle of everything that we basically do. Always be transparent with our customers, not overcharge them. You don't need to make your first million, on your first order. It's about customer relations, and building long-standing customer relations. The relationships that we have with our customers is not just a customer, company type of relationship. They actually become friends at the end of the day. So it's a lot deeper than only just, providing a service or selling a product to them. We get very, very close. So it becomes a lot easier, if, say, for instance, there's any hiccups, in our production or whatever the case might be. It's a lot easier then to go to them and tell them, listen, yeah, this is the challenge that we're currently having. And they will understand that. Obviously, we have a solution before we tell them about the challenge, but it just makes it a little bit easier, because those relationships are so strong and nurtured at the end of the day. Well, to see Ubufu Africa as one of the top 10, the biggest top 10 in Africa specifically. I know it's big dreams, but I also know that it's possible, especially, with how things are going now and, how quickly we are, turning in the industry, and our name is obviously acknowledged and all of that. So it's definitely possible. It's a lot of work to obviously get there, but I think with our awesome team, that is also just women. We run 100% women-owned company. We don't have any men employees. We only have women employees. So I think, with the strong team that we do have, anything is possible to get us to where we want to be in the next few years. So I'm going to take, one word of also the Women in Festival that's coming now in November. Women need to understand one thing. Men are limited, but women are limitless. So they need to understand that what they're bringing to the table is something that not everyone can do. And they need to understand that they're unique. They don't have to be like men. So that's what I would say. Don't try to fit in. You're there to stand out. So it's as simple as that. Don't dumb yourself down or make yourself small to fit in, because you were never created to be that. Be limitless.